You posted over the weekend that America's strongest ally in the Middle East deserves our unwavering support. Israel's right to defend itself is non-negotiable. Together we stand for freedom and security. So we have to be real quick with this answer. But I don't want to debate whether or not Israel's our greatest ally. That's not what we're here to do tonight. I just want to ask what your thoughts are on the current conflict, as well as what does unwavering support for Israel look like practically?
Well, in my case, it's based on my Christian belief. God's chosen people, and so I don't really question that because I just believe that's the way it is. And so others question it that are not quite as strong in their faith, I guess. And I went to a group of folks that had a bunch of Jewish folks there. It was a convention kind of thing. And they came up to me and they said, "Well, how do you feel about Israel?" I said, "Well," I gave them the answer I just told you. And they said, "Well, what are we going to do about these younger folks that don't really have? They seem to, we seem to have secularized our country, and so they don't have those strong beliefs like that, and it's sort of just because that's what the Bible says, and that's what they're going to do." And I said, "Well, we just got to convince them that whether they're the greatest ally or not, they are the greatest ally that's a democracy in the Middle East." And we just have to convince them that it's good for the United States to protect Israel, which brings us back to Donald Trump and going into Iran. Anytime you go in and doing something like that, you're taking a political risk. And he decided he was going to take the political risk, not knowing exactly every little jot and tittle of how it was going to turn out, but it was the right thing to do. Now, I don't know, when they bombed the nuclear facilities, I think they pushed them way back, but probably didn't eliminate the future ability for them to do it again. And then in the meantime, they use centrifuges to get this radioactive uranium and nuclear material this close to being bomb grade, and they're very close to having it bomb grade. And so one of the goals that the president has said is that we got to get that nuclear material and not let them have it, and not let them use the centrifuges to make it bomb grade. Here's the thing. They're not a civilized country. They're just not. They're terrorists. And they use this oil money, and they are terrible to their people. The people are poor, and a very small group of people have all the money from the oil. And it's you can't trust dictatorships like that to not do the wrong thing, including bombing Israel and anyone else that's a civilized country around there. So anyway, they're a cancer on the area. They're a cancer on the world, really. And so what he's doing to kind of defang them, I think, is absolutely right. And I'll be a supporter of Israel 100%. Count on that.